ScouterStan. Tell you what, as scouters and scout leaders, we often fall into situations that we did not expect. So that's something to keep in mind down the road. For instance, when I was living in a new neighborhood, and I was working in the garage. As I'm in the garage, I hear crying out on the street. I couldn't understand what was going on. And sure enough, the neighbor's kid we lived on like a cul-de-sac. The neighbor's youth came over and was upset and came to me, I don't know why, but came to me and said, "Can I use your cell phone? I've been locked out." So I'm thinking, okay, so you give the cell phone. Well, I hear the conversation between mom and the youth, and I'm reassuring him everything's fine, you're safe, it's good, no problems, we're everything's fine. What had happened is he had forgotten his key to get back into the house. So when the bus dropped him off, he's looking through his bag, couldn't find it, got upset. So he comes and asked me because he didn't even have a cell phone. So at least he knew his mom's phone number, which was great. And he was told by his mom to go to the neighbor next door, and the neighbor had a key. Problem solved. So I'm curious to why he would walk not only across the street but down half a block to my house. And I asked him, "Why did you come here?" He says, "Well, I knew you were home, and I knew by your license plate that you're a scout." And I thought, wow, here's a youth that can recognize that sign. So just having that on the back of my car, my license plate is a scout plate. Scout values, it says right on the plate. Scout values. That's on the plate. He saw that and knew that he could come to me and he would be safe. That happens all the time. Now, down the road, being older, okay, my son has eagled, gone to college, he's off on his career. There's no reason for us to have a huge house anymore. So we downsized, okay, severely. So we moved out of the big, huge house and into a small apartment. And in fact, that's where we are. Okay. In that, when we downsized, I had this magnet that I put on our front door that has the Scout symbol. Didn't think much about it, put it up there. After about a year, never even thought about it. I'm hearing this beeping sound, and I couldn't figure out if that was a truck backing up or something going on. And as soon as I realized what it was, there was pounding at my door. My whole door was shaking. And what it was the fire alarm from the apartment across the hall. So I open up the door, there's smoke billowing out of the apartment. The two youth, 4 and 7 years old, are at my door screaming, "Fire, fire." So I just turned around, grabbed the fire extinguisher, which is in the closet next to the front door. I grabbed that, went over there. Soon as I got to the doorway, the door was smoke was just billowing out of the kitchen. The kitchen's not very far from the door. The mom is in there, and I said, get out, because she's, waving a towel or something. I don't know what she was doing. But I said, "I'm going to put it out." She says, "Please." So I pulled the pin, put out the fire. She had tried to do something, cook something in the broiler, and it caught on fire, and it created a bunch of smoke, and everybody freaked out. But I didn't want it to burn through the floor. We're living in apartments, okay? So we got to take care of that. So I leave the apartment, put the fire extinguisher away. I get a big fan that I have, and I put it out there, and I help get the smoke out of the apartment. So as this smoke is dissipating and the smell of the fire extinguisher, because those, the wet dry things have, chemicals in them, and all that's getting out of there. I wanted the kids to stay away from that smell. And I look at them and I'm saying, "Well, why did you contact me? There's 4 doors here, your door and 3 others. Why did you choose me?" And the little boy points at that sticker on my door, that little magnet on my door, and says, "I knew I could count on you." It gets me every time. But that's something that we as scout leaders may be called upon to do. And this is outside of the scouting frame. So Scout values are just that critical in America. We need to keep the Scout Oath and Scout Law alive. We need not to shy away from publicly putting out a sticker that says Boy Scouts of America. That's something that is to be proud of. And I'm proud of it. So I hope you are too. I know you are. Okay? Because you do great work. I know it. I know you do great work. And you make the effort to make the improvements that are needed to make it well-rounded. Okay? That's the beauty of all of this. That's why we are here, to do good things for others. Until next time, I will see you on the trail.